today with the Executive Director of the Covered Bridge Festival, Ginger Whitehead. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So there's a little sad news going on right now that because of recent events that the Covered Bridge Festival is not happening. But that doesn't mean we're still not going to get excited about Covered Bridges, because I'm in here and it's not that things are disarray, it's that Covered Bridge is still kind of going on, just not in its usual fashion. Is that kind of fair to say?
Sort of, yeah. We still expect lots of people to come out to the bridges.
Excellent.
But since we're not having a festival, we're going to have an online Facebook basket auction to help raise some money to get us through the winter. And I will go out to Smolden Bridge at least once or twice with some souvenirs, hoping to do some souvenir sales over a few weekends close to festival time.
Nice. So see, there's still some opportunities, and we will make sure that you have the maps and the information. But just because the festival's not happening, it doesn't mean the Covered Bridges went away. It doesn't mean that we're still not wanting to get out there and get educated. So first of all, let's talk about some of this exciting stuff. So the Covered Bridge Festival is kind of going to be a little virtual this year. So you mentioned an auction. So how's that going to work?
Well, it's starting this weekend and going for about 2 weeks. We have the first 25 baskets on an event on our Facebook page.
Okay, and I'll get you that link.
Yep, definitely. We will definitely get you the link. Please check out our baskets. If you're local, you have to be able to either come into the office or send somebody into the office to pick them up. I'm not going to be able to ship the baskets.
That's costly.
But yes, and we're trying to make a little money to make it through the winter,
Right.
not spend it all on shipping. But we've got all kinds of interesting Covered Bridge items, wine items. There's a rake with
Yes, this is
20
very exciting right here. I'm liking
20
this.
lottery tickets on that. That was the first one that started getting people bidding on it already.
And we got
Longaburger basket, couple different Minnie Mouse. There's kids items, men's items, lots of ladies items, of course. Pictures of Covered Bridges, different throw blankets with Covered Bridges on them. We haven't put this one on yet, but I may actually auction one of these. This is one of our souvenir items we sell for $50.
Nice, fabulous.
And I may put one on there for somebody could win it for maybe half price or so.
There you go.
It is a silent auction, so we're putting the estimated value of the items and starting the bids at about half the value.
What does that money go for?
Souvenirs and the baskets will help keep the office running and help us buy souvenirs for next year. We mostly depend on sponsors, but this year all the small businesses are hurting so bad we couldn't ask for sponsorships to support anything, so we're trying to come up with other fundraising ideas. Just anywhere we can get out in the public eye and remind people to come out and visit the bridges, because the leaves are turning already. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's starting to look beautiful out there, and it is a good time to visit the bridges. We have 19 of them, which is just wonderful for Ashtabula County. And that's probably one of the things that is an expense, is there are maps available. Is that correct?
Yes, we have maps here, and part of me running the office year round is that all year long we get tour map requests and people asking for information of where to stay and what else to see in the area when they're in Ashtabula County. So we advertise for all the other tourism places around.
Which is awesome, because again, that just brings the community closer together. And that's one of the things that's hard and does impact Ashtabula, I would imagine, is because people from out of town do come in for this festival, don't they?
Yes, not just festival weekend, but all year round. We get a lot of visitors. I have a sign-up sheet out in the hallway. Usually forget to ask people to sign in, but we get people coming from all over the country. Some of them like to come in the winter to see the snow on the bridges. Lots of people like to come in the springtime. I'm one of those winter lovers. I can't handle the excessive heat in the summer, but I'm out in the snow. I'm out in the snow and love to take little pictures.
Yes, the covered bridges I think are kind of at the height of their beauty during the fall.
Yes.
It is kind of a nice transition piece to get you over the, as I like to call it, the summer sadness, because I'm the heat lover. So that is something to look forward to and enjoy. And as it goes forward, beyond the auctions, what other things do you see happening to make sure that Covered Bridge Festival still happens next year?
Well, I've got one board member who has probably a 5-page list of all her ideas of how to get out in the public more, and not just setting up at craft shows, but going to libraries and Yep. and civic clubs and things like that. And she really wants to start up a kids program to do events at different bridges with kids, and make a bridge or do something covered bridge related out at a bunch of bridges, and get more kids interested in being involved in upkeep and teaching them, that graffiti's a bad thing and we need to take care of our bridges.
Yes, definitely. Don't write on the bridges,
No.
that's bad. And it is sad to see that, because we have such a rich history here of beautiful bridges, and I know that we have the claim to fame in the United States. We have
The
the
longest.
longest, and it is now the shortest. Is that in
Geneva.
Right, but is that in Ohio, or
It's the shortest one open to traffic.
Okay.
There are some that are shorter than 18 feet, but they're just little private bridges, so we have the claim to the shortest one open to traffic.
All right,
At
so we still have
18
the
feet
claim
long.
to fame.
Yep.
Yay. So what's your favorite bridge? Do you have a favorite bridge?
That's really hard. I love them all, of course, but I kind of have two favorites. I love Bonecca and State Road are my two prettiest, I think. Now, my twin sister and a lot of people believe that Windsor Mills is the prettiest.
That
It
is pretty too.
gorgeous yellow, and the setting is beautiful there.
Yeah, and I, as a kid, was in 4-H and kind of
Oh, yeah, at
work
the
around
4-H
that.
camp,
Yeah,
yeah.
that kind of strikes that. So when we talk about you're going to hopefully be out at some of the bridges over the next few weekends, what are some of the things that people can maybe anticipate, purchasing if they get lucky enough to run into somebody?
Well, I'll just be at Smolin Bridge, not at different ones, because we were told not to have a festival, so I don't want to,
So check out the
Yeah,
smaller
but
bridges, you might get lucky.
on the weekends, probably the first couple weekends in October, maybe a little bit the end of September, I'll probably bring the calendars, and I don't know if I'll bring t-shirts and sweatshirts, but the smaller items, the Christmas ornaments, postcard sets, the magnets, all kinds of little easy to transport stuff. But any time of the year, well, actually right now we're only open Mondays and Thursdays, but the festival office is open. You can come in and buy souvenirs, or we have them on our website. You can look them up online, and I can ship from the website. So
And
check
we'll
it
get you
out.
those links. Make sure
Yes,
to
definitely.
check the comments. I'll have the links for you so that you can
coveredbridgefestival.org for the website, and we'll put the Facebook page link on there.
Yes, and we'll get your phone number on there as well.
Yes.
So people can contact you if they have questions. So if I was planning to take the bridge tour on my own, there's 19 bridges. About how long does that take to do?
Well, it depends on how long you stop and take pictures of each bridge. It's set up in 2 different tours, and they're each about 70 miles long. So, if you're just driving and not stopping, probably 4 to 5 hours for the whole thing. But a lot of people break it up and do one tour one day so that they can photograph all the bridges, and then stay somewhere for the night and do the other half the next day.
So see, if you've got a weekend where you don't have a lot of plans, what a nice way to spend the weekend enjoying Ashtabula's beautiful history.
Definitely.
One of my favorite things is that kind of activity is free, which I always like.
But then you can stop at Covered Bridge Pizza and have
Yeah.
pizza in a Covered Bridge. Well, actually, I don't know if they're open for inside or not, but you can at least go in and pick up your
Check
pizza and
that out.
take a picture.
I'm going to check that out because that's right around the corner. But yeah, if you've never been to Covered Bridge Pizza, you at least have to pop in there and get a pizza for carry out, because just the fact that you're in a covered bridge is, you know, really cool. It's
Yes,
just
it is.
neat. And a lot of the covered bridges just have beautiful surroundings, beautiful scenery. Not too long ago, we had the fortunate experience of being with State Representative John Patterson down at the new and improved Harper's Field. Wow, the park down there is gorgeous.
Yes, it is.
And if you don't know how gorgeous it is, then go to the Kingsville Library, Facebook and YouTube, and check out that video with John Patterson, because he's there telling us all about it. So that's a great place to go. If you can't fit them all in, that's a good one to at least start with.
Definitely. He has been a very big supporter of the Covered Bridge Festival for many years. He got a, it's not an ordinance, I can't think of the word right now.
Proclamation?
Proclamation
Yay.
that the second week in October is Covered Bridge Covered Bridge Week
Oh, cool.
in Ohio.
Excellent. See, I didn't
Quite a few
know
years ago,
that.
yeah.
Awesome.
And he's done a lot for the festival over the years. That he was very much responsible for getting the money to build the pavilion down here in the park where we have our festival.
Let's sneak over there next.
Take a picture of it too. Oh yeah, you gotta get that in there too.
Yeah.
It's not listed as a covered bridge, but it's part of the festival.
Yeah, I saw it when they were constructing. I've not seen it since they finished
haven't seen it
construction,
since
so
it was
I'm
done.
excited to sneak over there and check it out. And you should sneak over there and check it out. I'm gonna go get video after this, but it's not as good as seeing it in person. I promise you.
Definitely.
So if there is one thing that when people are done watching this video that you want them to make sure kind of sticks with them, what's that one thing that you want them to know, either about the festival itself, or covered bridges, or Ashtabula County, or, you know, even just words of wisdom your grandma? What do you want people to walk away from today?
One thing, that's really hard.
Well, you could
I
do
can
two
think of a few.
things.
One of them is definitely that it amazes me how many people that live in this county, have lived in this county all their life, have never seen most of the bridges. So we really should get out, check them out, and tell our friends when they're coming to visit that, oh, you need to go out and see a few of the bridges, because it's a heritage that a lot of places don't have, and we're very, very lucky to have so many of them, and to have county engineers over the years who have fixed them up and saved them and continuing to build new ones.
Yeah, and I understand that John Smolin has been a huge part of that.
Oh yes, very much so.
And in fact, that's where State Representative Patterson had kind of gotten some of his history, was having worked on the road department while he was in
Yes.
college.
Yep.
So it's kind of neat how, you know, people's lives kind of overlap,
Intersect,
and we are going to be talking to Mr. Smolin very soon, so that's going to be an exciting interview as well.
That will be a very nice interview.
So just so much history and a lot of knowledge involved in it. Of course, you know, before he was State Representative Patterson, he was, you know, history teacher.
Yes. I love history.
and so he just was a wealth of knowledge. But it's just really just interesting and cool to have this right here in our own backyard. And again, if you haven't been out to the covered bridges, or you haven't seen them all, what a perfect time. Because, you know, yeah, things aren't as they should be, things aren't normal, and that
But you
kind
can
of...
still go out in your own car and drive around.
Yeah, and that's what's beautiful about it. You go out, you can be safe, and just enjoy the day. So anything else you need to tell us?
Let us know if you need help with friends coming into town, if they need maps or anything. I'm happy to send maps out.
And we will have maps at the library. We're going to grab some of those,
Yep.
so that if you can't make it out to Jefferson, you can stop by the Kingsville Public Library. We will have those out in our vestibule, and we are open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. You can pop in there and grab a map and take your tour. And don't forget the auction. Right?
Yes,
The auction
definitely.
as well.
Make sure to check out the auction. We're going to have the first 25 baskets, and then we'll do another round of at least 25 baskets. So lots of items to pick up something nice for your house and help support the festival.
Yeah, or, you know, Christmas is coming.
Yeah, Christmas is coming.
Christmas gifts too.
Definitely.
Well, thank you for letting me come today and sharing Covered Bridge Festival with us in its virtual form. We'll be keeping you updated with more Covered Bridge stuff, because on our next Out and About, we are going to talk about the Old Covered Bridge, And like I said, I have a video to do with Mr. Smolin, and we'll see where we go from there.
All right, sounds good. Thank you for helping promote us.
Okay, we're glad to. All right, we will see you real soon.